Hi and welcome to Dancefair, the world's biggest dance music conference, where you can get live feedback from top labels, explore new gear, and learn from music professionals about music business, music production, DJing, and so on. So I came here to tell you about how to generate money by being a music producer while not being a DJ. Are you interested? Let's go. My name is Larichev. I'm from Russia. I'm a producer and entrepreneur. I produced music for 12 years. I had releases on like Spin and Armada, Future House Music, and a bunch of labels. And myself as an artist. And later I started a company called EDM Ghost Production, the company where we produce music for other DJs. But today we're not going to talk about it that much. The reason why I came here is to talk about how producers can generate an income, get money without being a DJ. Because nowadays, in my opinion, the scene is overloaded. Like, I mean, there's so many DJs, so many music out there. And to become a successful DJ, it's not like it used to be 10 years ago. Because like 10 years ago, I made a track, sent it to a label. They say, oh, nice, here's your contract. That's it, boom, we get signed. Then, since there was not too much competition, top DJs play your tracks, you start getting invited by promoters, and you have like super cool life of being a DJ. But now you need to focus on your branding, marketing, make tattoos on your face. I don't know, so many things you need to focus on, like social media. There's just a lot of, and some people, like me, I don't think I was born for like being on the stage or DJ, I enjoy making music, and while I was in school, I never thought about like how I'm going to pay my bills and all this stuff, because my mom was supporting me, buying me like cheap laptops, cheap speakers, and I just had fun making music. But the time after that, my parents passed away, and I had to figure out what to do in this life, because making tracks just for fun and waiting for labels to sign me would take forever. And another choice was to go to a regular job, which I did actually for 4 years. I was working on selling cell phones and all this stuff. But my dream was to make music and to make a living with the music. And I did it. And I'm happy with it right now. And I want to share with you and also want to get to know information from you how you guys make music without being a DJ, just being a producer. And I've collected some points. I didn't make a presentation because I want to get more information later and make a post on our website so you can guys refer to it, see it, and find something for yourself. The information which I'm going to give you today is not new. There's no secrets. Everything is, I don't know, on the internet. I just think we need to talk about it to remind ourselves, because sometimes we just forget how we can make money by being a producer. We just think about one way, like making an instrumental track for somebody or doing a sample packs, and that's it. But there's so many ways, and we need to unite and talk about it. So let's start. The first point was, making a track for somebody else's Ghost Production. Of course, this is super simple. You just make a track and sign a contract with a person, give him away all the credits or don't give away all the credits, but you are making music for somebody else. So somebody else is going to use your instrumental track or a vocal track and call it as his own. The second part is if you have skills of songwriting, because I used to do songwriting myself. First I was making melodies on Logic and with my MIDI keyboard, and then I started songwriting and making songs or lyrics or vocal melodies get me some extra money, so this is also a good way. The third thing is selling your track on audio stocks like Audio Jungle, and there are many competitors. I just don't want to use any names, but you can find so many websites. What's the difference between Ghost Production and audio stocks is that you can sell a song so many times to different customers instead of selling it once. And yeah, and you can sell as an exclusive license or as a single-use license. There are different types of licenses. Then you can find clients on freelance websites like Upwork, SoundBetter, freelancer.com, Fiverr. It's a place where you create your profile, write your bio, like who you are, you attach some of your demos, and then the clients start looking for you. The next point is working real time with somebody in the studio. Well, I think this is the most money-making moment for a producer, because people like paying for services which they get in real time, and not like Ghost Production, which goes online, or co-production. People are paying for your time, for you being around, for you to talking to them, to giving tips live, for drinking a coffee with them. It just makes them more happier than working online. So this is a very good moment. Yeah, another thing is to produce remixes and bootlegs, because sometimes there are competitions where you can get a trip to Miami, Fruity Loops license, Moog synthesizer, so many equipment which will help you to get bigger and better in production. Then becoming a mixing and mastering engineer, like Luca Bertolesi does. He doesn't pretend to be as a ghost producer or as a DJ, but he's working on his brand as a mixing and mastering engineer. And this is a very good niche as well, because some people, they don't get too much into production and they prefer to giving it to the professional. And if you make your brand as a mixing and mastering engineer, like Luca did, then you're top notch. What else? Yeah, making mashups. First, I saw that it's a very bad idea because nobody's gonna need it. But 3 years ago, when I started my website, I put that I make a mashups there, because there are so many lazy DJs who don't have time or don't have like maybe skills and knowledge how to make it. So selling a mashups for like extra 100 was really quick and good cash. Another point, making intro for DJ sets. This is getting very popular right now, because there are like Hardwell, Alesso, and big DJs who have their 1, 2, 3 minute long intro. Yeah, everybody wants to have now something that relates to them, something to show them as a brand, prepare, make an expectation for DJ set. And we are doing a lot of DJ set intros like cinematic, spacey, psycho, using a DJ name or the melody from existing track of that DJ. So this is a good service as well. Comes out of this service a production of jingles, like 1, 2, 3, let's go. You can grab a mic, very cheap mic, record jingles and sell them exclusively or as a part of a sample pack. You just need a lot of processing to make your voice sound different, because when I started making jingles, I didn't like my voice. I hated my voice. I was shy of this voice, and putting a lot of distortion, pitching made me more comfortable, and I just was making them like 10 jingles a day. Then another service is production of melodies, because there are some producers who are very good at mixing or sound design. However, they're stuck with the melodies, and they need people who can help them with the melodies. So you can just be a co-producer, make a melody, send him a MIDI file, and he will get the sound design done by himself. Another point is where you can get money is reviewing the tracks, like giving the feedback. I know that might sound like weird, but if you have a brand which everybody knows, then you can ask money for this. or even if you don't have brand, like if you market yourself as a guy who is giving very great, valuable feedback with great tips on production, on mixing, mastering, why not to get paid for it? Like, don't be shy, because I used to be shy. I spent a lot of time giving free feedbacks. I'm still doing this because this is the contribution to the scene, but sometimes people want not a short feedback like, oh, hey, I like your track, your bass is sick, but they want really expanded list of tips and tricks, and you as a producer, you can give it. What else? Yeah, sound design of your own sample banks. I underestimated this niche for a while. I saw that, well, Kashmir and Vengeance, it's enough, and people not gonna buy the sample packs. But when I dive into the numbers of how many money is actually there, I just asked a couple of my friends who have a sample pack companies, and I was shocked by the numbers. Making a construction kit, like 5 construction kits, can get you more money than from a release which gets 300,000 streams on Spotify. And also it's good for promoting your brand, because then people, if you release your own sample pack under your own name on Splice and Loop Masters, let's say, then people who will be interested in production, they will contact you back. So it's not just selling a sample pack, it's very good for your branding. Yeah, another thing, I was in LA, living in LA the last 4 months, and I got into the world of sound designing for games. I never thought that EDM producer would be into games, but then when I talked to a couple of people there, I saw that, yeah, this is a great opportunity, because they need speedy music for, I don't know, like racing, shooters. They need music, and they need quality music, so don't hesitate to contact those companies. Yeah, just Google the companies who make music and send them their portfolios. It would be hard because this space is already occupied, but there's always a chance if you're talented. Same goes for music for films. Just a short example. Let's say Ariana Grande released a new song, and a new Hollywood movie wants that song in their movie. She charged them from, I don't know, 100,000 and more. And if it's a new coming film company, they don't want to pay that money because they're gonna be destroyed. So what they do is that they're looking for people who can make a similar song, and they pay 10, 20 times less. And this is where you can come in the game. You can look for the companies. I just don't want to mention names, don't do advertisement, but there are companies who can help you with that. Another point, selling templates of different DAWs, like template for Ableton Live, FL Studio, of your track, or for a track that is similar to something. Just don't sell I don't know, Martin Garrix's template. Don't copy him and don't try to sell it, because Spin Lawyer will contact you, or not Spin, Stampede, sorry. Yeah, because I used it in the past and I had trouble, but luckily we solved everything. So don't copy anybody. Don't try to make money using somebody's trademark name. Don't use cover of any label on your artwork or something. Just don't do this. Do everything original, because you can get in trouble and, yeah, lose all your money. Yeah, I didn't lose it, but we had some problems. Another thing is that you can help people with finding the, yeah.
When can you ask questions at the end?
Yeah, let me first speak all the bullet points which I have, then you can ask questions, and I'm also going to ask questions from you guys. We have enough time. So another thing how you can make money is by finding the songwriters and singers to the DJs or and other producers, because some people, they just don't know how to like Google, literally, or they're super lazy. So this is the niche where you can get some money. Another point, renting your own studio. When I made my studio, I saw that like, oh no, this is super intimate, this is super mine, I'm never going to give it for rent. But when I came to another city and I had a friend of mine who also made a studio, and he started to giving it for rent and working there himself. Now he built like 3 more studios and giving it for rent and having a successful life. So why not giving your studio for rent? It's a very good idea, works only local-wise, so you need to focus on local marketing and stuff like that, but this really makes a lot of money. Another thing, promotion of track. I know this is not like a producer's point, but sometimes when you have connections, let's say if you're producing for big artists or big labels, you can help with the promotion. So you can ask money from someone to send out his track somewhere or to get it played on some radio show. Just don't be shy. Yeah, another point. Yeah, very simple. Getting royalty from a track as a co-author. If you're producing for someone else, just make sure that you are getting credited or you're getting your publishing rights, neighbor rights, some kind of rights just to get some royalties, because nowadays Ghost Production go into the non-credited terms, and this is not really good, but yeah, we're gonna get into that later. If you know how to DJ, you can teach people how to DJ. So yeah, if you have some like CD players in your studio, just give it for rent or teach somebody how to DJ. Another thing, make a tutorial on YouTube. I saw that I can't make money by making a tutorial, but later I found out that if you make a really good quality tutorial, give something valuable to the people for free, then you can get them back writing to you to help them with audio production. So making even a free tutorial is okay. If you have your own client base, or if you're super skilled or something, you can make it on paid basis, subscription basis, pay-per-view or something. But that's definitely where I would recommend to focus right now, because people want something for free, something valuable. And without only getting paid for a service won't get you big. You need to get something for free as well. Another point is, if you're a sound engineer, you can set up speakers, sound system on concert clubs, so this can get you an extra money as well. And making your website platform, that's what I did with any of the service, is a good idea. So yeah, that's it. That's what I know people are doing. That's what I'm doing. And now I'm going to get into the best way to start up. So if you don't have any motivation behind you, it's the best way to start up getting money is on the platforms which do the job for you, which do the marketing, which invest money into SEO, which invest money into visiting, attending conferences, and promoting your tracks. Like my website, like Audio Jungle, and another website. This is the easiest way. You don't need to do nothing besides the music. If you want to get orders directly to you, that's a very complex job. You need to focus on branding yourself as a producer. I know a couple of producers that are treating this in a different way. One guy, he has releases on Spinning, and he also launched his own sample pack. So he can get money from the releases, money from sample packs, and also from the people coming from him by knowing that he's got releases. So they want mixing, mastering, co-production, helping with the melodies and all that stuff. And he's focused on branding this way. Another guy, he lives in Moscow, and he has a studio, and he goes to any celebrity party, birthday celebration, and just talk to people, present his music later, get his business cards. And yeah, he's just networking a lot. He don't have any website, he just have WhatsApp, and that's it. But he's getting tons of money because people know him, people like his quality. His songs are getting into top iTunes and radio station. And this guy, he even hired a cameraman. So he's going to studio every day, and he has a cameraman who is shooting for Instagram stories, not for YouTube, nothing, just Instagram stories. Yeah. And most of the time it's just a talk between the session with the client, or him explaining how he did the hook melody, and that's what catch people. Yeah, not a website in this case. So being more open, talking to everybody, showing what you're doing is a good way. Then how to make sure that you will get paid. This is the point when many people are getting stuck with. And what I would suggest here is hire the lawyer. That's it. If you don't have any contract, and if you don't know how to work with the papers, with the terms, then you're going to be fucked up. Yeah, so get your lawyer, look at the papers, and sign the contract. There are two ways of providing a demo to a client, because some people, they want to get paid upfront. But most of the clients, they don't want to pay upfront because they didn't even hear the demo. So what's the reason for paying? And it just depends on you. You can get money before or after, but what I prefer is making a demo for a client, and then if he likes it, he paid. This is very risk-free. You're only risking your own time. But when you become bigger, when you have more and more clients, then you can only get paid up front. This is how many of my friends are doing. But I am, as a company, we are making free demos. But when somebody is asking me directly, I want to get it up front because I don't want to spend time and then have a demo on my laptop, desktop for nothing. And let's talk about pros and cons of Ghost Producers Live. Well, the cons is that you're sitting at the computer most of the time, you're not networking, you're just making music, sitting all day on the chair, getting super tired, your eyes are tired, and you're not getting credited. Yeah, and this makes me kind of depressed sometimes. But getting a flat fee makes me more happier. Yeah, and these are just the cons which I don't like, and there's so many pros. I work in different genres. I work from future bass to trap to electro to dubstep. I watch so many tutorials, I get a lot of knowledge. I can share this knowledge with my people, with other producers. We make a community, we build a community, we talk together. Then they start to share their techniques with me, and this is just endless possibilities from making music for other people. And I'm getting happier when somebody shows me a new plugin or new synth or new technique. And without being a ghost producer, I probably won't get to know that. If I would be a DJ buying tracks, I won't get to know it. Yeah, that's it. Now I want to ask if somebody of you have another way which I didn't mention, because it's really important to build a database of how we can make money. So if somebody knows something, can you share with us, please? No. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't get the microphone? No problem. I just stopped.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
I was thinking maybe also if you're a producer, you can also create an email list. And once you got an email list, it's possible to sell also the things which I've mentioned earlier, and from there, yeah, an email list can be used to collect the data also in one place. Just as you mentioned with Instagram, like that friend of yours built
right.
Instagram, he's doing it, and you can also do the same with email marketing, and then you can almost sell everything you can imagine to there, as long as you show off that you have a lot of value, of course.
Yeah, right. The power of email marketing, I also underestimated till the August of this year, because I saw that sending emails to people is very boring, very old school. Only like spammers do this, and I never did it. But then I saw a Dutch guy. I don't remember his name, but he was like social media teacher, and he said, just try it. So what I did is that I gathered all the emails for 3 years of working as ghost producer, and I sent them email with the offer. I gave him, I don't remember, a discount or something, And I received so many replies, even from the people who worked with me 3 years ago. I didn't even expect them to write me back. And then we like grew up 300% more. We get 3 times more orders than we have. So yeah, emailing works, right? Any other suggestions? Yeah.
They have Patreon, where people can donate money as an appreciation for what you do.
Oh yeah, like
A lot of videos where you don't, or YouTube pays you or not. Like people can offer you money or can donate money just to show their appreciation for
yeah.
all the free knowledge that they get. Basically.
Yeah, that's cool. Like Twitch Gamers does, right? You can stream something as well and get donations from streams. Yeah. I just remembered. I have one guy who is a mixing mastering engineer, and he's making free live streams with the review of the plugins. And while he's doing a review, he's getting donations for like equipment or just for the things he does. And he also is in touch with the companies, like software developers, who give him the license for a giveaway. So everybody is a win-win in this situation. Nice. Yeah, somebody else? We've got 23 ways to get money right now. It's very good. If nobody has any more suggestions, you have one?
You could also teach music production, I guess, in music production classes for like high schoolers or something, just as a curiosity kind of thing.
Yeah, because I mentioned only teaching on YouTube, but making it live is a good idea as well. Yeah.
There's also a site called Larichev, I think, where you can sign up and get paid for, like he said, for videos others learn from. They pay for the access to the videos.
So you upload your tutorial, somebody pays per you, right? Yeah. We have it mentioned. Of course, it's better to make your own website and start uploading tutorials there so you can get direct income. But if you don't have time or willings for that, then yeah, going for that website is a good idea. Anybody else? Yeah.
I know a YouTuber that fixes fans tracks in a live stream, and he also gets much donation from that.
He's doing like a mixing session or like co-creation?
People, fans of them that make projects in a studio, and they're having problems like they can fix it and it sounds awful. They send it up to the YouTuber and he makes the track live.
And he's doing it live, right? In stream.
Sometimes there's sick shit what comes out of it.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, man, there's so many more ways. We just started, let's get more and more, eh? Don't be shy, guys, because being shy is the worst thing. Like, we won't get high, we won't get up there. Yes?
How were your beginnings?
Oh, how were my beginnings? Well, I had... so what happened is that I was in school and I was making music for fun, getting some releases, but it didn't get me any money. My first royalty statement was $300 for 2 years of selling the track. And those tracks, back then, they were in Beatport top 100 charts on positions like 60 to number 10, not like number 1. But I only got $300. And I was happy with that. And everybody in my family were happy with that. Like the kid, he gets that money. But then my mother passed away and I stayed alone at my home. Nobody was in the apartment. And I've got a bill for an apartment to pay, for utility bill. And I didn't even know how to pay it because I never paid it. And I quit the job because I had to take care of my mom at home. I quit the job. I had no more money coming to me. And I was just super stressed. I didn't know what to do. Because coming back to work, it won't make me happy. So I just called my friend and say, who is a programmer, and I asked him, can you make a landing page website for me where I upload all my past releases and say that you can hire me for mixing, for co-creation, and for Ghost Production. I uploaded $50 or $100 which I had to Google AdWords. And 1 month after, I received an order and I got paid. And I was like jumping on my kitchen because I was super happy to get my first 400 euro. Because in Russia, you just need 400 euro to live well, to pay apartment, to buy the food, and to have extra money to go out to dinner with your girlfriend. So it was more than enough. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. So that was the story, and it still motivates me to get more for my family, for my kids. So I'm kind of still in surviving mode. I want to do more stuff, get bigger, but in a production way. So that strategy, it motivated me. Yeah, because I had the gig then. There was a transmission party with Orion Nilsson and Alex Morph, and I was invited by a Russian promoter to that party. And at the time, my mother had a cancer at home, and I need to play. I was so stressed out, and people were dancing. They were super happy, but I was not happy. So yeah, I decided to quit that DJing because at that time I didn't even had ideas to promote the happy music for me, like future house. You can't make future house when something happens like this in my life. And that took like 1 hour for me to recover, 1 year for me to recover from that. So now I can still make that happy music. So that was my motivation. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. You talked a lot about how you earn money and which ways were possible for you. But my question is, like, which platforms did you use? I mean, you mentioned like Google AdWords to get traffic on your website, but which other like platforms and websites did you use to get your clients? Because I mean, I have all these services on my website, but nobody's contacting me. Maybe because my music is shit, but maybe also because my marketing is shit. So
marketing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. What was your key to marketing and to sales? Yeah. Like sales regarding the platform and marketing.
Okay, this is a nice question because recently one female singer asked me like, "Hey Alex, you've got featured on DJ Mag Journal. Who is your PR agent?" It's me. Hey, yeah. So I'm making all the PR myself because hiring. I always like to be in control of everything I do. So I learned I made my SEO for my website myself. I dive into this profession. I read a lot of stuff. So I fix the SEO, then AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Facebook bots, Instagram bots, whatever. Then conferences. You can like suggest topics to speak on conferences. Then you can meet people on AD, Dancefair, and IMS. There are so many conferences when you can network with people, tell about yourself. And if you have a great product, good product, then people will follow you. That's what happened with me, like with the AD, Dancefair, and Mixmag, DJ Mag. They just liked my story and my contribution to production world, and that's why I'm here. So yeah, that was the key.
But I mean, like I could go to like maybe like I don't know, like to your website, EDMGhostProduction.com.
Yeah.
Do you recommend?
We are not going to promote you.
Pardon?
We are not going to promote you as a producer there.
Yeah, but I mean, if I want to sell like Ghost Productions,
yeah.
To which place could I go on the internet?
You can just Google Ghost Production, and there's a list of companies in the.
Like, have you got a recommendation of these?
You can pick your favorite one yourself. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I can talk about this because I have competitors. Competitors have me as a competitor. Why would I talk like, good things or bad things about them? You just make your choice yourself. There are different platforms, different kind of design. Different kind of music. There's so many different. You just need to pick the favorite one for yourself. Of course, I would suggest selling on my platform, but yeah, this is open world. You can do whatever you want and see what's better. You can try to upload track there, and there, but different tracks. Don't try to upload the same track to every platform because you're gonna get banned. But if you have different tracks, try all the platforms, see which one works better for yourself. Yeah. Questions? Yeah.
Are you Dutch?
No, German.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's speak English.
Google digitale werkplaats. It's
Second is?
Google digitale werkplaats. They show you steps to make marketing yourself.
How's it called?
It's from Google itself. Google learns you how to do your marketing. They have free. So
Okay.
I guess that was what you were looking at.
Okay. Cool. Any more questions? Yeah.
How much do you need to make per month to make a living out of all these activities? Like how much tracks you need to produce, how much, like in terms of volume, time that you need to spend?
It depends on which country you live in. In Russia, you can make half of the track. A drop. Yeah, that would be enough for living. It just depends on your appetite, like how hungry you are. How hungry you are for living, for having, I don't know, equipment, better studio, and your life. But for me, as I said, a drop would be enough. Just for living, but to go to Ibiza, I need to sell 2 tracks or 3. Yeah. It just depends. Yeah, more questions, guys? Yep.
How do you handle to sell mashups of tracks? Because the track, you mix 2 tracks together or more tracks together, but you don't own these tracks, even if you combine.
This is the work for hire. It depends on your contract. You can do work for hire as a musician and do whatever you want. Because I'm not selling this mashup. I'm not getting money from this mashup. I'm getting money for my service, which I do in my Logic with my plugins. Yeah. More questions? Yeah.
What's the process of your website? Like, if I have a track, I can submit it, and if someone is interested, they buy it, and then I will get some money. And
yeah, you'll get 70% from the sale, from the track's price we sold it for.
Okay, and like, is there do you shortlist the submissions before? Because I can imagine many songs that are submitted are not worth paying for.
Right, of course. We do have managers who check demos on an everyday basis. We get like 20 to 30 tracks a day, and only 4 or 5 of them are getting approved. Yes, of course. Because we just can't upload very bad quality music to the website, because our clients, they already know our standard, and they expect a quality idea, good mixing, good mastering. At least, I'm not saying that we are taking like professional, only super professional tracks. We are taking okay tracks, but we are not taking a badly mixed or these harmonized melody tracks.
Okay, but for example, if a track is good but very bad mixed, do you give feedback and the producer can come back to you?
Yeah, we do sometimes. Like, as I know, most of the companies, they don't really do this, but we're trying to do that because personal relationship is what we are for right now. If the track is very bad, we just say, thank you, but it's not for us. But if there is just something missing or something is wrong, and we feel that there is a potential for this track to be sold for a higher price, we would definitely send you a feedback to fix. But if it's not a good track, yeah, not worth our time, really.
How much could I earn if I'm a ghost producer? I produce like high quality tracks, which are like, I don't know, like top level mixing, but I'm not known in the ghost production scene or like, I don't have a brand. How much could I earn with such a track?
Yeah, well, this is a good question because many of my friends, producers, they ask me like, how much should I charge? And I always say it depends on how you market yourself, how you would sell yourself. Because I try to test prices. I started with low, like 400 euros, and then I increased it, and I increased it until like 3,000 when I figured out that, maybe I have only one client a month, and it's better to have more, but with lower price. So I suggest don't overcharge until you are super famous producer. But if you're unknown, I think prices from 300 to 700 is okay. Then like 800, 900 and up, it's more complicated. You would have to like prove yourself and tell why you're charging this price. Why? Do you have like prizes or I don't know releases on big labels? Why is this is such a price? Yeah.
Your label is just a single track distribution, or it's like multiple times being.
Oh well, I don't have a label. It's a platform, and we don't distribute tracks. Producer just upload it. We put it in our catalog. Oh, can we make a screen video? Is there a technician? Yeah. Okay, so it's going slow. Okay. So there's a form on the website where you fill in your name, last name, your SoundCloud link for your track, and the price you would like to sell it for. Then the tracks goes directly to our manager. If he likes the quality and the price which you suggested, we're gonna send you a contract to sign that you are giving away all your copyrights and that you're gonna receive 70% of sales in case it gets sold. After that, it takes like 2 days to get it published online. When it's published, it's on top of the catalog, so our clients which are following our website, they see this track and they hear it. If they like it, they click add to cart, buy it instantly, and then in 24 hours, we ask for your PayPal email and we send you your 70% of reward.
Yeah, but is that just for one sale or for use?
You can send a track only once. One track, one sale, exclusive. Yeah, but you can upload, like, if you have 10 tracks for sale, you can upload 10 of them, and we're gonna treat them individually. We're gonna sign a new contract all the time. We're gonna make a new submission. Not clear. You can still ask question, yeah.
Are the musical rights negotiable?
On our website, no. Like, only full buyout, no credits, yeah. Sorry. But, yeah.
You gave us 3 tips to do you recommend that we should at first focus on one and expand on that, or should we try them all and maybe to learn a little bit from all?
Well, first of all, it's up to you, but what I would do is focus on 1 or 2 things, because if you do everything, you're going to get lost. You need to focus on something. Let's say if you are a DJ, you just can't play future house, bass, trap, and all this. I mean, you can do this, but if you want to get to like Tomorrowland lineup, you need to stick to one genre. Like that's how everybody doing. And not because people need it, but it's just because you need to stick to something. Like if you want to do ghost production and at the same you want to make vocals, I think you're gonna lose your time there and there. You're not gonna success. So yeah, for example, now I have ability to make tracks myself and become a DJ. But I think that if I'm gonna start it, I'm gonna lose in my entrepreneur and ghost production career. So I prefer to stick to 1, 2 things, not the whole list. All right, so we are done for today, but if there is a last question. No? Yeah.
Do you have many unsold tracks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do, of course. I mean, there is, let me be honest with you, there is more producers than clients at that moment. So there is a competition going on. I think about 60 to 70% is not sold. I don't know why. Maybe because of the idea, maybe because of not enough customers, maybe because of mixing. Sometimes music has to be trendy. Let's say Fisher made Losing It track. And before that, there was no kind of similar tracks. But when people start making, not a copies, but something in that style, we got a sale every day for that genre. Meanwhile, the trap is not sold. So yeah, you need to look on the trends, see what's going on.
Yeah, if like the track's not being sold, we have like a reverse policy to like give it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 months.
Ah, that's not.
But if you say like, hey, I really want this track back, please, we're gonna give it back to you earlier. Yeah, but we prefer 3 months because we spend time on advertisement, on uploading managers, salaries, and all that stuff. So that's fair, 3 months at least. All right, guys, we are out of time. Thank you for coming.